We should do our demo now, shouldn't we? Who wants to be our demo? I'm going to cover my eyes and you can stick your hand up if you want to be the demo. In case everyone's hiding. Oh, okay, Susie. Ah, ta-da! What are we working on today, darling?
I think I'm really afraid, I feel like I've got a big mission, but I'm afraid to be seen.
Okay, and what's your mission?
Bring light to the world.
How are you going to do that? What's your chosen path?
Follow my intuition.
So you're a healer. And what do you do for a living now?
I'm a real estate investor.
Okay. So it's a jump.
Yes.
And you're terrified you can't make as much money from investing as you can from healing.
I'm not so worried about the money because I think the money will come. I'm more worried about connecting to the people, how do you spread the word out there? How do you make people aware?
So marketing.
Yeah.
How you make your money.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Can I do a scan? See what's going on? You guys want to connect up and scan too? Okay. So the moment I'm scanning her, I'm seeing her heart and I'm seeing her gut. And her heart, there's so much anxiety in her heart and there's a lot of fear. The money fear is sitting in her gut. The fear of what are people going to think? And what are my family going to think? What do your parents do for a living? That's in her heart. Yeah.
My mum works in a hospital and my dad actually helps people. He's a coach.
So your dad's a coach as well. And how are they going to feel about you being a healer?
It's a little bit what you said about yesterday in terms of when we have the fear with ourselves, then they kind of try to stop me. But when I've made an actual decision and I've gone for it,
They're
then
fine.
they're always super supportive. So it's kind of they feed my fear or they feed my excitement.
Okay. So they're basically protecting you right now because you're scared of going forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so the manifestation technique is we literally take her dream and we exaggerate it. So what happens if this time next year you have a healing practice that's so successful there's a waiting list and you're working 9 to 5 and you're fully booked with clients? What's the worst that could happen?
It feels very familiar, actually, what you're saying.
Not the first time you've been a healer before, yes.
I think it's the fear of failure, to not being good enough, to not satisfy every client.
So not being able to save everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we muscle test. Yeah, turn around for me. Just say yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hold stronger for me. Push up against my finger. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good. No, no, no.
No, no, no.
Perfect. Okay. I have to save my clients.
I have to save my clients.
Yes. I have to save the world.
I have to save the world.
I'm responsible for the death of my clients.
I'm responsible for the death of my clients.
Yes. I am their savior.
I'm their savior.
All healing has to happen through Jesus.
All healing has to happen through Jesus.
I have to be martyred to connect to God.
I have to be martyred to connect to God.
Yeah. So there's a very strong energy in her ancestral line of healing through Christianity. And in her DNA knows God heals. And that light is flooding out of her. You with me? But so are the beliefs. Healing is sacrifice. I'm never going to have my own life. I'm never going to have my own property. I'm not going to have anything. And it's interesting that she's in real estate. It's all about property. Right? Because so many lifetimes spiritual healers have given away everything they own, whether it is to join the church, or whether it is to go into the coven, or whether it is to become a Buddhist, so they can serve the people. This is the first lifetime for most of us where we're actually doing it ourselves, and we're actually handling the financial aspect ourselves. Yeah. So for you guys that can't see, she's getting emotional. Yeah, because we're getting closer to the pain of it. So what's your connection with Christianity growing up?
I had quite a bit of resentment against it. My parents both are religious, but they aren't really religious. Like, we never go to church or anything like that. I have quite. I never really want to go to church. I never really want to be like. I feel that a lot of the things in religion has been twisted and is not brought out currently in the way they were initially intended, because there's a lot of unlight within religion that has taken over.
Yeah.
And it's not the way it's meant to be. And I'm really happy that it's a lot changing to meditation and for people to find the light within themselves.
So for you guys can't see, but she literally got a rash coming up all the way up her neck. Yeah? So can we just, when's the first time you felt that religion had been broken or destroyed in your life? 'Cause I'm feeling getting sucked into past lives here, but what are you feeling? When's the first time you felt like your connection to God was broken by religious abuse?
I never had connection to God here.
This is the first time in this lifetime. Well done, you. Okay. Okay. So what's the worst thing about not being allowed to connect to God by the very church that says it's going to connect you to God or it's the way to God?
It's taking away the freedom. Not allowed to be your true self.
What's the worst thing about not having freedom or your true self?
Not allowed to be seen.
What happens if you're seen?
Being put down.
Yeah. So I'm going to muscle test because I'm literally getting pulled into past lives where she was burned.
Oh yeah, I know that. I've been put on.
Yeah? So can we just send unconditional love to those lifetimes? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Anyone else want those completed? Past lives can't be healed, guys, because they happened and they're part of why we are the way we are, but they can be completed the way a trauma can be completed. Yeah? So I'm going to make the trauma command. Creator of all that is, it's commanded that this trauma be completed across all bodies, levels, times, planes, and dimensions, and on all 4 levels of belief. Thank you. It's done, it's done, it's done. Show me. I'm just going to witness. Take 5 deep breaths for me, sweetheart. You're doing really good. Do you remember why you were burned?
Use my powers.
As a witch or as a healer?
Healer.
As a healer. Who were you healing in the name of?
God.
You were burned for being Christian. You know that happened. Okay. So just check in for me with Creator. Were there any other lifetimes where you were, fed to the lions for being Christian, tortured for being Christian, and healing in the name of God or Jesus?
Yes, I've done this through so many lifetimes, and even though I had the fear, I've never given up on helping and healing people.
Ask God if you were incarnate in the lifetime of Jesus for me.
Sorry.
Ask God if you were incarnate in Jesus' lifetime. Yeah. So if you ask Creator, are you creating Jesus' pattern or life so you could understand him?
Afraid.
Of?
Myself.
Why?
My mission. Because it's really big.
And if it's really big, what happens if you fail?
We'll be fine.
No, tell me the truth. I don't know who you think you're in front of. What happens if you fail? These millions of people are relying on you.
The world is not existing anymore.
Yeah. So she's got the belief the world will be destroyed if I fail. Yeah? Let's check a few things. Nice and strong. You're doing so well. Yes, yes, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no. Okay. The world will be destroyed if I fail in my mission.
The world will be destroyed if I fail in my mission.
I'm here to save the world.
I'm here to save the world.
I have to save the world by myself.
I have to save the world by myself.
No, that's good. I have to recreate Jesus' life to learn how to be powerful.
I have to recreate Jesus' life to learn to be how to be powerful.
Yes. I have to recreate Jesus' life to understand him.
I have to recreate Jesus' life to understand him.
No. I have to create Jesus' life so I can make amends for him being killed.
I have to recreate Jesus' life to make amends for him being killed.
Yes. Okay. So there was a lot of people around Ascended Master. So people would travel for years to see Buddha, to see Jesus, to see masters. Does that make sense? Before there was transportation. And you can imagine what it was like for them to have to watch their gurus or masters pass away, often in ways that were very unfair or unjust. Yeah. So there's that feeling of I have to prove mankind is good by making sure that your life isn't forgotten, and also by reliving it so that I can. It's like there's a part of her that understands that there was a deeper knowing in why he was creating that pattern. And the reason was if Jesus could break the pattern of being a martyr, then humanity could break the pattern of being a martyr. And if he could break the pattern of dying through resurrection, then humanity could break the pattern of dying through resurrection. You with me? Yeah? So we're almost at the bottom, but not quite, because we've talked a lot about her mission and her powers, and she knows she doesn't have to do it by herself, but she doesn't really trust God. Not fully. So you said there's a lot of resentment. Why are you blaming God for Christianity's mistakes?
I don't think I'm blaming God. Oh, hang on.
I love you, Susie. I've got you.
Because time over time, I've been put down. There's always been linked. Whilst I trusted God has always been linked to God, and I always trusted God. And every time I did that, I've been put down. So I decided not to do that in this lifetime.
So if God was real, he would protect you?
Yes, but I also... My belief is that he killed me, and I don't think that's my belief anymore.
Okay. That belief that God killed you is gone, but the belief that God won't protect you is still there, and the anger at not being protected is still there. Sometimes people attack our darkness, and sometimes people attack our light. Does that make sense?
My light is being attacked constantly at home, constantly.
Okay. So these are two separate issues. So I'm going to go and get this this bottom belief of God protects me, no. Right? So can we release this belief, God protects me, no?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to say it out loud. So creator of all that is, it's commanded the belief God protect me, no, be pulled on all 4 levels. And replaced with the belief God protects me, yes. And most of this healing is happening on the soul level. So I can see it going straight into her heart and her DNA. Can we release the rage you have at God for not protecting you, for not protecting his people, for not protecting Jesus, the witches, or any other people that you've been a part of that have been persecuted for their love of God? Is that okay?
Yes.
And can I resolve the conflict between Christianity and Wicca, between Christianity and Judaism, between Christianity and a belief in the divine or spirituality? Is that all right? So that's for her DNA, because there's so many different parts of her that are fighting. Can we show you what it feels like to have all these religious parts of your ancestral line live in harmony within you?
Yes.
And that harmony is real and that it's possible. Is that okay?
Yes.
Can Creator show you that all the different faiths should be like a symphony?
Yes.
And that every single one is needed. That every single one is important and matters. And can we end the competition to prove their love to God?
Yes.
And create collaboration to prove their love to God?
Yes.
Okay. So take me back to right before we were removing that bottom belief when you said, I want to be connected to Christianity. I want to be connected to a Creator, but my life mission is just too huge.
Sorry, I'm not sure I understand.
Well, you said that your life mission was huge, and every time you stepped into your power, people made fun of you.
Yeah.
So tell me how that makes you feel.
Very vulnerable. Anytime I use my powers, I feel I have to be really careful, and I'm really vulnerable because I'm constantly afraid of being attacked or people not respecting it or
Okay,
allowing it.
so what I'm feeling when I'm scanning her heart's lighting up, because this has started to move now, right? But her heart is still aching. Like, I'm going to lose my family, I'm going to lose my friends. And there's tons of public humiliation, like there's a belief in persecution. I have to be persecuted to prove my love to God. Because if I can believe when everyone tells me I don't, then God will know I truly love him. Does that make sense? Right?
Yeah.
But there's also fourth plane beliefs around I have to fight evil to get close to God. I have to resist torture or being persecuted to get close to God. So we moved one bottom belief, but I'm just going to nip this one in the bud as well, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so let's muscle test. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no. Okay. Oof, okay. I have to be persecuted to prove my love to God.
I have to be persecuted to prove my love to God.
Yes. I have to fight evil to get closer to God.
I have to fight evil to get close to God.
Others will be jealous of my light.
Others will be jealous of my light.
I have to love God more than my family.
I have to love God more than my family.
I have to give away all my possessions to get close to God.
I have to give away all my possessions to get close to God.
Okay, so that's a vow. That last one is a vow that she's taken, and not just one lifetime, many lifetimes, right? So I'm going to release the vow first, and then dig for this little bottom belief around why she has to fight evil and be persecuted. Yeah, but can we just start by releasing the vow across all lifetimes, planes, dimensions? Is that all right? And across all 4 levels. Anyone else want that vow removed? Yes. Oof. Take 5 deep breaths for me, Susie. Okay, so what's the worst thing about having to fight evil and deal with being made fun of and socially humiliated? Because there's a belief here that people are evil and because they did this to her. Yeah? Just to prove your love to God, that God won't believe you love him unless you can demonstrate faith.
I feel like I have to always do the right thing. That's good.
And what's the worst thing about always having to do the right thing?
Not always knowing what the right thing is, and therefore you trust people, whilst they might not be the right people to be trusted.
So what I'm hearing in the back of my head, straight from Creator, I'm going, Creator, what's the truth of this situation? What's really going on here? And Creator's going, you can do the right things for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
So when do you find that following the rules actually hurts people
All the time.
more than healing people?
Yeah,
So do you know the difference between right and wrong?
I think so.
Shall we check?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, no, no.
No, no, no.
I need evil and persecution to teach me the difference between right and wrong.
I need evil and
Persecution?
persecution to teach me the difference between right and wrong.
No. So that's not right. I know the difference between right and wrong.
I know the difference between right and wrong.
Yes. Okay. We'll keep going. So what's the worst thing about having to follow the rules and it hurts people and trusting the wrong people? Thinking you're doing the right thing, but really you're not.
That's the outcome.
And what's the outcome?
It's maybe not the result that I was meant to get, not the result that I was looking to get to be able to follow my life's mission, to be able to deliver my soul path.
She's talking about a past life now. Right? Can you see how the energy changed? She's actually describing a time where she failed. She trusted the wrong people. You with me? Do you remember what happened?
I was very determined to complete my soul mission that I had, what I agreed, and being completely manipulated. I trusted those people and they completely manipulated me and were very, very aggressive. Had to watch others being burned, and thereafter I was burned. And all the people that did the right things were
Killed.
taken. Yeah.
Okay, so go up into the white light of Creator for me. We're going to ask Creator to bring all these people that were burned in front of you. And all the people that betrayed you in front of you. So, first of all, allow the part of you that's angry with the people that betrayed you to express its feelings. We're just going to put the people in a bubble. Allow it to get angry, to rage, to shout, to say everything that it needs to say. Just in your mind, just allow that communication to take place. Let me know when you're done. Okay, are they still standing there? Do they disappear? Do they walk away?
Still standing there.
Okay. So ask Creator, what am I learning from being betrayed?
I'm learning who to trust and who not. And I'm learning to follow my intuition. Learning to split, to know what's my thoughts and if I pick up other people's thoughts for who they are and if they're trustworthy or not.
Okay. Okay. So can we complete these lessons?
Yes.
Yeah? Can Creator show you who to trust, when to trust, and who not to trust?
Yes.
How to trust your intuition, how to trust God.
Yes.
How to tell the difference between your fear and your intuition
Yes.
without having to create situations where you're betrayed so that you can know these things.
Yes.
Okay, how's that feeling now?
Much better.
Okay. So if you say in your mind to them, I forgive you and I release you, do they disappear?
Yeah, I saw them like during the healing. At some point, they all just went into the light.
Okay. So now I want you to bring the people that were burned in front of you. Just allow yourself to receive their forgiveness for you not being able to save them. What were they teaching you in that lifetime?
Relationships, love.
How to
Sense
do
of
what's right no
community,
matter what.
Yeah.
So can we complete those lessons?
Yes. And also trust, they teach me.
Who to trust, how to do what's right, integrity no matter what.
There's lots of love as well.
So if you say to them, I forgive you and I release you, what happens? She's literally lighting up like a poof, poof, poof. But like her power is like coming back into her body and awakening 100-fold. It's like beautiful to watch. She's like a lotus flower under the sun.
It feels like I'm receiving a lot of their powers.
Yeah. Your powers, darling. Because they remember who you are. I'm just witnessing all these powers awakening in her body because they're giving them back to her. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. You're just going higher and higher and becoming more and more powerful. It's just more power than your energy field is used to holding. I'm just going to teach it how to hold it, how to enjoy it, how to live without fearing it, how to use it, that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, that it's safe to be this powerful, it's safe to be this beautiful, how to open to it. Oof. God, Susie, you're beautiful. I'm going to be so high after this one. Okay.
Am I allowed to use my powers?
Yes. Can we download you with permission to use your powers straight from Creator?
Yes.
And not just permission, with encouragement for God to use your powers on a regular basis.
Yes.
That your powers are needed and wanted here.
Yes.
How to find teachers and people who will nurture and grow your powers.
Yes, please.
Who will be delighted by your true abilities.
Yes.
And what it feels like to be free now, to live without persecution.
Yes.
Yeah, to attract people that love you the way you are. Who are also ascended masters, who are ready to heal.
Yes.
Can we release that little belief that you have to save the world?
Yes.
And can we show you you're here to awaken the world?
Yes.
And that you have your chosen people.
Yes.
That it's not about violating anyone's free will. It's not about forcing people to wake up. The way you can't force a flower to blossom, everything in its own time.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and can I download you that you can keep this?
Yes.
She's like, is this going to last? Okay. So then I want you to just go to you in that lifetime where you were burned at the stake. And I want you to talk to that person's soul and say to them, all is forgiven, you can come home now. And pull her out of that fireplace, out of that bonfire, all the way up into Creator's light. Take her home. That's 5th plane, all the way up to 7th. Take her home. There you go.
Can we reconnect her with me?
Mm-hmm. Can we show you how to reconnect through that lifetime and through her soul, through Creator of all that is? And show her how to connect to you through Creator of all that is instead of through staying attached to you? What does she need to feel safe?
Sorry.
What does she need to feel safe? If you ask her, what does she need to feel safe?
Being with me.
So can you download her what it feels like to always be with God and always be with you? And can you let her know that she can go up into God's light because there is no time? It will be less than an instant for you, but it'll be enough time for her to heal from that lifetime. There we go. I'm sure she can come back as one of your guides, but that she can't stay with you as a wayward. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps all over. Okay, how's that feeling?
Very good.
Okay. I need to stop laughing so I can muscle it. Okay, Jan, I'm going to balance your polarity because she's still integrating. Oop, and zip her up without crossing her energy. Okay, nice and strong for me. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
No, no, no.
No.
Okay. It's safe for me to be visible now.
Safe for me to be visible now.
Yes. I can live my divine life purpose now.
I can live my divine life purpose now.
I know how to live my divine life purpose without being persecuted.
I know how to live my divine life's purpose without being persecuted.
I'm angry at God.
I'm angry at God.
No. I know who to trust and how much to trust.
I know who to trust and how much to trust.
My powers are fully awakened within me now.
My powers are fully awakened within me now.
I can forgive Christianity now.
I can forgive Christianity now.
I can forgive the Wiccans now.
Sorry?
I can forgive the Wiccans now. It's all the witches.
I can forgive the Wiccans now.
Yes. And I can forgive spirituality now.
I can forgive spirituality now.
I can forgive myself now.
I can forgive myself now.
There you go, Susie.
Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Oof. Energy break, guys. So what did you guys learn from that healing? I learned a lot too, by the way, just so you know. What did you guys learn? I think you're all still in shock. I think Susie's like, what did you do? Yeah, what did you learn? Come back to earth. What did you learn? Hi, Angela.
To be grounded and help the client feel safe in the process of the session. So because she was going through such a lot, and it was wonderful to see how you steadied her, you were with her, and you just she allowed you because she felt that trust to share it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's building rapport. Yeah? So did you guys notice, have you guys ever seen an awakening before? So Vanya does this a lot more than me. Who's met Vanya already? Yeah? She's the other teacher at Burjon. There's three of us. There's Anna, Vanya, and me. And Vanya is very good at awakenings. And she's the one that taught me how to witness awakenings. Did you see how Susie's energy, when her powers came back in, it was literally like, poof, poof, like there was so much light awakening in her, right? So sometimes in a healing, it's not just about witnessing the bottom belief. It's about allowing the awakening of who the person really is and witnessing that so it can become reality. Yeah? So it's not just pulling out the bad, it's witnessing the good really being born and becoming strong and really bold inside that person. What about past lives, guys? What did you learn about working with past lives?
How many traumas do you carry on?
Yeah, Diana says that just by doing basic and advanced, you save yourself 300 lifetimes.
I just saw in my healing how I was like a princess. I was on front of audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Was good past
It's a
life.
big one, this pattern of recreating powerful lifetimes. Like, muscle test for me, guys. You know, I have to recreate Jesus's pattern to be a ascended master. Yeah, so a lot of people recreate the pattern of martyrdom. A lot of people recreate the life of Buddha. A lot of people recreate the life of their guru on a subconscious level as a way of achieving spiritual mastery. That's why people go on pilgrimages. They walk the same paths their masters walked in order to try and achieve the same things that they achieved. You with me? Problem is, you don't live in the same world they lived in. You're not facing the same challenges that they faced. You with me? The only way you can achieve mastery is by facing your unique divine curriculum that was made by God for you in this life. Someone else's curriculum won't save you because you're not them, you're you. Yeah, so when you become deeply conscious to your own spiritual curriculum, that's when you start achieving mastery. Thank God mine involves crystals and you guys.
I couldn't get it. What do you mean, like following some masters, or if you're Buddhist, or you mean like general religions?
You follow their life. Like some people literally recreate the story of Buddha. They'll start off from a very wealthy family, and then they'll destroy everything they had, and then they'll find spirituality, and then they'll become enlightened, and they'll help a lot of people. That's Buddha's story. Yeah. Some people will be born in extreme circumstances, like I was, when it's like the baby's not supposed to be able to be born. They like create a miracle birth, and then they face great challenges, and they awaken when they're around 18, and then they get trained until they're about 30, and then they create an illness or persecution so that they die young, but they've already done loads to save the planet, and that's recreating Jesus's life. So lifetimes of masters have patterns in them. You with me? And the more religions you study, the more the patterns become clear to you. But in other lifetimes, religions were a lot stronger than they are now. And it was something you were taught in school. It wasn't something that was like Easter and Christmas. And it was like you studied the Bible every day. You studied the Torah every day. You studied the Quran every day. So these stories became embedded patterns in our ancestors' DNA. And then you can copy them without even realizing you're doing it. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah? But when you copy those stories, it's a way of your soul trying to learn enlightenment, trying to learn liberation. Problem is, it's not your curriculum. You with me? God created a unique curriculum for you in this lifetime for the stuff that you're dealing with so you can become who you need to be. Yeah, everyone happy? Yeah? Let's move on with the manual. So, done remembering your future. Let's do things to ponder. So what are your... 18. You guys like some downloads?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to stand up? That was a very advanced healing. I've actually never done one like it before. So if you're a bit bamboozled, it's okay. Right, I'm still a bit bamboozled. So test your yeses and nos. Yes, yes, yes. Good. No, no, no. Okay. Would you like Creator's perspective and to know the difference between divine timing and your imagination?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of being clever?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of listening to others?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding to accept all the abundance the Creator has in store for you?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on having accountability?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on setting boundaries on your time?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on making time for your family and yourself?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on having generosity?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on being honest?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on being impeccable with your word?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of the power of intention?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on knowing the difference between your thoughts and others' thoughts?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding to discipline yourself to achieve?
Yes.
Would you like to be close to God and still have money?
Yes.
Would you like to be close to God and still have family?
Yes.
Would you like to be close to God and still have friends?
Yes.
Would you like to have close in God and still be yourself?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on being thankful?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of how abundant you really are?
Yes.
Would you like to live your life without blaming your mother or father?
Yes.
Would you like to live your life with abundance as a second nature?
Yes.
Would you like to know there's always a solution?
Yes.
Would you like to have creative solutions?
Yes.
Would you like to be abundant in the future?
Yes.
I'm going to put those in. Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of how to live without fearing change?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding that it's possible for you to change?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of how, when, and what to change?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of what and how to accept yourself the way you are?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on instant manifestation?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on how to work miracles?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding on how to do the impossible?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of your own greatness?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of your own dignity?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of the dignity of others?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of how to be a force of nature?
Yes.
Would you like Creator's perspective, definition, understanding of how to be who you really are every day?
Yes.
Of how to enjoy every day?
Yes.
Of how to be the power in your world?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, guys, take a 10-minute break.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.